who reached out at all to any of the other famous blind Canadian YouTubers or blind people in Canada who are also successful people to share your concerns with them? That would be my first question.
A little bit. There's not successful very much, but ties into the blind YouTuber. I know a lot of blind musicians on YouTube who one musician actually who's a friend of hers shared my YouTube video and started making fun of it.
Oh, so you're saying that another blind person started to harass you?
Yes, actually harassed me and my sister, not for the same reasons, but because we're both blind and
Oh,
we both vent.
oh boy.
I would love to
I
mention
thought
names, but I don't want to be hunted down.
well, if you want, I mean, if you want, you can mention. I'm not going to stop you from mentioning names, but it is on a radio station, so you do need to be aware of both sides of it. But okay, well, my point to you is that I think that there are a couple of YouTubers. One of them does happen to be a woman. Um, I'm not going to get into a big discussion about mentioning her on the air, but I think you know who she is in Canada. She's very famous in Canada, um, and if I was going through this same thing, and I had in my country, I had a YouTuber who's also blind who has reached the level of success that this particular person has, I would reach out to her. I would have DM'd her or emailed her manager, her agent, and say, "Look, Miss So and So," and I think you know who I'm talking about. I mean, look, Miss So and So. This is what all of us other blind people are going through in Canada, and you need to address this issue on your channel because I would like to know what you think about that. I think that after some more high profile people find out about your situation, this problem will become a lot less. I will tell you that ever since this podcast started to get good, a lot of the strange comments that I've been seeing on Facebook have started to dissipate. So, Rob, what do you think about that? What would you think about writing into this YouTuber? I think you know who I'm talking about, right?
I might,
I'll
but
give
I
you
think
the initials. The initials of her name are MB, Mike Bravo. That person.
uh, it's not
The
ringing any bells, but that's
her first name starts with an M.
yes, yeah,
Got it.
yeah.
Okay. So, have you thought about writing into her and explaining what's going on?
Well, I think off the air, I think you're gonna have to
Okay.
give me more of a because I might and I might not recognize her. MB is not ringing a bell at this time. That
Okay,
doesn't
I'll
mean
name. Okay, I'll give. Okay, I'll name drop for you. What about the first name of Molly?
Molly. I love that name, but I have not heard.
Really?
That's a very good name.
Yeah, yeah.
I know a bar in London called Molly Blooms, but it's probably
No,
not her. I'm sorry.
no. She. So what I'm saying is, I think you should consider writing into Molly Burke.
Okay. I have not heard of her,
You've
but I'm
not heard
glad
of.
you.
Not heard of her. That's really interesting because yeah. I'm finding that a lot of Canadians are not familiar with her. She must be more well known
Wait,
overseas.
you said she was did you say she was blind?
She is.
I've heard of her Facebook profile, but I have never heard of her on YouTube.
Yeah, she's a famous YouTuber.
She was in my people you may know selection
Really?
times, I believe. Yes,
Hmm.
it was, and I would actually think after this, I'm going to reach out to her on, if you're
Well,
listening, my name is Rob Castro Giovanni. So if you get a weird, a name that you don't recognize, that would be me. I'm sorry, I wasn't suggesting that you name drop her name. I was going to let you do it off the air.
Oh, okay.
Because I don't. Name dropping is something that I'm leery about, only because I either like to protect the people so that they don't get hurt in this, or I'm trying to protect my own ass.
Oh, okay. Well, she's a famous high-profile YouTuber. That anyway. Okay. Well, so moving forward from that, I would write into some of these YouTubers in Canada who are successful, and I would explain the situation, because everything you've said is just so ridiculous. Um, and it really surprises me. I mean, some of the experiences that you have had. I mean, it was like certain things that I have experienced, or certain things that have happened here in the States. So um, I. I would strongly recommend that you write into these people to see
Well,
if, yeah.
speaking of writing,
Yeah.
if you're listening, Will, from the last podcast, I want you to know again that I'm here for you.
Well, great. I hope he's listening. And yeah. Whew. Well, that's all very, very strange, man. What are some other issues that have been frustrating you?
Um, you mean in the music?
Anything, but yes. Mm-hmm.
Um, well, it does frustrate me, but I might have this too, and I'd hate to admit it, but back to the music, the narcissism.
Mm-hmm.
The narcissism frustrates me more than anything. And the fact that people on Facebook can judge others without knowing their story. That frustrates the living hell out of me. Going back to what Ken and Will both said, I think they both hit it on the really head. Really well. Because you know what? We are all, just because, you're born blind or you become blind doesn't make you less of a person or more of it doesn't make you're not less of a man just because you can't do things that other men can do. And you're not less of a person just because you don't have the same talents. Everybody has a talent. I mean, if you don't mind, I don't think I would be able to be a CO or a PSW or whatever. I applaud and there's two blind people out in the States. I don't remember what their title is, but they help a radio show, an internet radio show I listen to quite frequently. I haven't listened to it in a while, but it's an interview show that interviews old TV stars. And actually, it's because of this website that it, inspired me more. I don't know if you've ever heard of Stu Shostak, who's a very good internet radio host. Very good. He's very brilliant. He knows what he's talking about. And he is he's also an archivist. Well, I don't know. Sorry, am I giving away too much detail? Because I can plug the hell out of these people, but I don't know how much they'd appreciate it. But I just want him to know that I appreciate everything he does. The time it takes for him, to put his show together. The time it takes for any radio host to put a radio show together.
Yeah, I mean, after I'm done talking to you, I'm gonna go do some other things, and then I'm gonna, I send the show off to someone else in the radio station. They piece it together, then they send it back to me. Then
Well,
I,
now you're on Stitcher then. You know, Stitcher's my favorite platform. I have been listening on Spreaker though.
yeah, we are on Spreaker. We are not on Stitcher. Yeah, they have not added Stitcher yet. Mm-hmm. Next question: why do they call it Stitcher? Just to be a little bit lighter. What
I have no clue. Probably because they just stitch everything together. You know. But no, I admire Stitcher because it's not only it started off I think as an application, then
mm-hmm.
it moved to being a web player format.
Right.
But Stu's interviewed the great TV stars of our, like Jack Riley. For those of you who grew up in the '70s, the Bob Newhart Show. He's interviewed Gene Shalit. Just to name drop a few of these awesome people. He's interviewed big names in Hollywood.
And you're saying this particular blind person, whoever they are,
no, he's not blind. He has people that help him in his live shows that are blind.
Oh.
Sorry.
Okay.
I just don't remember their last names. I'd love to get them so that I can get them on your show. Because I believe that I believe that people that are like blind music engineers are blind. I think that I know I guessed you and did that guy ever get in touch with you that I sent to you?
I don't know. Okay, the guy that you said when we were talking earlier on Messenger. Okay, I'm not going to name drop. The guy that you said that you want to make our dreams come true and you're going to put our conversation together. That one?
Yeah.
Yeah, no. I looked. He hasn't reached out yet. But
okay, well, I sent you both.
Well, I mean, if you create a new chat with all three of us, then all three of us will be connected on it. So.
Yes, I did create a new chat.
Oh, you did. Oh, you did. Yeah, that I didn't notice. Let me go back after the show. I'll look into that more. Yeah, I'll try to find that. I'll try to find out more about that. If I can't find it, I would let you know. But yeah, sorry for the name dropping earlier. It's all I meant it in a positive. I mean this all to be helpful, meaning that these successful people in Canada, like us and like you, would want to hear your story, and would want to be helpful, hopefully, and to be able to publish and to share some of the struggles that you're going on, because I do think that that a lot of blind people, not just you, not just Rob, but a lot of blind people are being treated like this, and you do not have the courage that you have to come on to a radio show like mine and talk about these serious things. So, I mean, that's kind of why it's kind of why I said it, because I want these other successful YouTubers. My hope is that they would start talking about these critical issues, and that they would start to do more and more education with what people need to hear about. So that's all I meant. Yes. And and I don't know, but actually I don't think in that case I don't think she would mind, because I know that she's the type of person that loves to educate people and would probably love to be helpful. I don't know. I probably wouldn't do this, but I might send her this episode. I'm tempted to.
You should.
Oh, I should?
I believe that you should.
Oh, I should. Okay.
We're mentioning her in a positive light.
Yeah.
Now, if it was the opposite, then I'd say nah. But and I'd love to meet her, talk to her.
I think if you know what I'm going to do. Yeah, because it's all about being positive, and I've never met the person, obviously, but I know that whoever it is, I'm getting the impression from all the experiences that she's had. I would just want to say that, okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is Aaron Richmond. He's Rob Castro Giovanni. This is 87.1 Caroline Radio. KCGN Bakersfield, your home for all your variety talk. We're having a really